Alright guys, I've finally found the map for this one. So really it's a basic pitch, hill over here, deployment zones in here I believe, for both sides. So a couple slight hills where you can get the high grounds. If there are more players, this area back here would open up. But I don't see any way you could even get up there. Maybe around here potentially, but I don't even think so. Besides that, maybe getting to this high ground is the only real move here, or just kind of playing along here. Simple map, a couple rocks here and there, but not really going to make a difference, and the map ends out here as well. So yeah, pretty standard, and I'll see you in the army comps. Alrighty guys, so first up we have Rhudaur, played by myself in this one. So we got some throwers here, what do you call them, troll straw axe throwers. Some spears to make up the backbone, a lot of jabs as usual of Rhudaur, some spears in here, some pikes, and a few archers as well, including the rangers. Pretty standard, got the cold fells just to help out against any other cav that might pop in. We have Rhun, played by scouts. We got, I believe, a flag rim here, 2 scions, 2, what do we got, gamps, 2 crossbows, a lot of pairs of different things, a pair of cav, a pair of javs, a Rhun rim. These guys are also really good. Camille's Trons, so a very elite army, considering these units. And Rhun typically has higher standard infantry as well. So looking for 2 armies, I do have probably a bit more in numbers, but he's definitely a bit more in quality. So we'll get to the... Alright guys, first point to be made is when I deploy, I'm trying to get as close as this hill to, like as possible, just because I know it's important to get this high ground. So we've seen each other here. Pretty formal layout here. He's got his gamps at the front, all his spears, archers behind. He's got a bit of a box going, a bit of a nude box, which can work. Just because it's a nude box doesn't mean it's necessarily noobish, but most of the time it is. These nobles ready to go, so yeah, I am really like pushing this hill. And I'm forming up a bit of a defense on the side here, with these maidens, what else, clansmen, some hunters as well. And he's kind of realised that he's kind of moving over this way to counter it. But it's a bit late, I'm probably going to have the high ground before him. And one thing to know, I didn't actually notice this, but he's got cav coming all through here, which is, if we're not careful, it could be deadly here. So archers here. The reason I kind of went behind the hill is because they can get a good angle on them. It's a little harder to get an angle on us. That was the thought process anyway. I actually think it doesn't matter too much, but there goes the maidens. Doing a couple volleys, loosening up those lines. Archers going ham. Straight into clansmen. Definitely don't want to do that. Straight into a spear unit. Yeah, he's definitely going to lose a couple units here. I got these jabs ready to go. As much cav as I can get here is pretty much the goal, no matter the cost. Especially around here, there's not much he can really hurt me. Jabby's firing away. Looks like the nobles do get the upper hand there. So skirmish game still going on here. So I'm really trying to focus down these lightly armoured crossbows. What else? Looks like I did go for the Rhun. They got a little bit better armour. Like Innis Rim, almost destroyed. That should be a break there after that volley. Not yet, not yet. Brutal fight here, looks like that cav's finally been cleared out. And I don't know if he just wasn't microing there, he's charged straight into spears and is severely outnumbered there. So, archers still doing their thing. So with this high ground, it really is just a nice advantage here. Got the double Rhudaur marksman there. Got the rangers on the flank here. Getting the jabs up there as well. Back here, what I'm kind of wondering why I'm keeping the spears in the rear, just in case the cav, but that has been handled now, so I can probably move up. And really, it's slowed down, just a skirmish fight right now. Percentage-wise, 13 to 19, so still reasonably close. Although, losing that cav engagement from Rhun makes it a lot tougher for them, for sure. Alright, now here comes Rhun. So I can make him some pushes. Realise the high ground is going to be too much for him. He's going to push anyway. Clansman ready to go on this flank, on this left flank. Be smart to get my rangers shooting as soon as possible. I'm getting them up there. Now, in Rhun's situation, it's kind of tough. If he were to play it smart, although it would drag the game out, I'd just pull back. Just because fighting it up here, although he's probably going to get to the top of the hill. But considering I'm a jab faction, that's actually quite good. Because I'll get some nice angles on him. These guys shooting the pikes. These pike units have a shield, which is quite handy. Alright, so there's a clansman. He's kind of unsure on what he's doing here. There goes for jabs. Perhaps another volley. We'll see. Very nice. Still a very heavy skirmish focused fight. Alright, here we go. Going for the Rangers, probably left them a little too close. But any jabbies down here are really going to sort these guys out. Yeah. That's really going to hurt. What do we got here? Some side angles. That's not bad at all. Up here we're kind of creeping on the left a lot more here. These guys, just destroying them. Very nice indeed. Javi should clean this up. Plus we got some archers firing back here. Yeah. So that's sort of a lost cause there. That's not going to last too much longer. Here comes some Gamps. So one thing I've noticed off the bat, he's kind of half committing. He's sent up half his army and half still back here. Not the right play for sure, because it's not... If you put up a full army against a half army, the full army's going to finish off that half army way quicker. Opposed to a full versus full, it'll be a lot more close. So, generally speaking, there's always anomalies. Spearman should clear that up. Yeah, still the very brutal skirmish. I think I'm going for these tribesmen who do have the armor upgrade as well. Nobles doing some flanking charges. Alright, the crossbows have moved up on this side. I think these guys are trying to get another angle, it looks like. I really do want to see these guys fire. Come on, get a shot in. Come on. Okay. Ooh. Crossbow's doing some pretty deadly damage as well. Kind of noticed that. Probably be better off just charging the crossbows, to be honest. I love this blob here. Very nice targets. Here comes the pikes for a flanking charge. Now he's really kind of isolated. Everything he's got up here isn't going to last much longer. Yeah, here comes some black welds. Black welds, yep. Although these guys did get hammered. Damn. Front line here. Still not going to last. So really momentum's going to change pretty fast here. Crossbowman. Elite unit as well. All alone. See, that's a big... 3 units back here just isn't... I think he's realising it right now. Comes the black wolves, they're ready to go. Some jabbies out of ammo. Pikes. Well, that's a nice, decent angle there. Back here, just archers really, finishing off the job. Rangers. Be nice to get the rangers over here. So these, even though 53 to 35, I do have the upper hand here, but these Scions are still a very good unit. So, especially the Camul's Chosen are in there as well. Bit of rear fire. These guys are almost wavering. They may break, actually. Shaken. Oh, that's deadly. Definitely need to sort that out. Everything at this point, I just need to keep pushing. I do have the upper hand. Left flank's probably pushing the best. Yeah, okay, these guys are sorted for now. Crossbowmen still fighting. It'll take a bit, just because they're an elite unit. So the Rangers are going for them. What do we got? Clansmen up here as well. Blackwolds. Axe throwers flanking around. So far, in this position, Scouts probably has the upper hand here, just because I've done the exactly what he did in the early game. I've split my force in half. Basically to speed up momentum was the goal with that. Whether it was the right choice or not, I'm still unsure about it. Depends how fast we finish up over here. So here we go. This is pretty much done. A lot faster than I thought, damn. Moving up here, Clansman, very nice. Oh, Troll Hunter's getting a nice angle here. Whereabouts are my Rangers? Ooh, nice volley there. So it's still a stout defense here. It's not bad at all. Clansmen pushing in. Berserkers as well. Clansmen around the flank would be nice. So they're almost surrounded here. We do have the numbers. Got a break there. Pushing on this flank is going to be key, because the center's still very brutal. Especially with the missiles back here. Now, percentage-wise, 79 to 58, still very much in our favour. As Spearmen should cut these guys off, should cause a break, hopefully. And these guys are broken at this point. These ones, not going to last too much longer, and a nice angle on these Camul's Chosen as well. So really, by the end point, he's really just outnumbered. Not too much he can do at this point. 83 to 62. Yeah, it's looking quite rough. Good thing about Rhudaur, when you use all your jabs, generally most of them can hold their own in melee, so it's always a handy thing with Rhudaur. Still some exchanges, really just trying to finish off the surrounding here. And there goes the general. That's pretty much a cherry on top. The last of the Camul's Chosen. Yeah, that's all the fighting done. And there, that's player admitted defeat. Debrief, probably, I don't know if he was aware I was going to rush for this high ground point here. Either way, once I did, it kind of put him in a, he didn't really know, it put him in a bad position, and then he kind of he pushed up half his men. If he'd pushed his Scion around the flanks, it could have been nice, especially if Camul's Chosen. The only counter to that is my jabs. If I had my jabs in a good position, it could have been different. Plus the cav, losing that cav at the start like that was pretty detrimental as well. But overall, getting that high ground was pretty key in that fight. That's about it, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.